Good morning, Adams County. It's Friday. Today we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite thing, work. So the main things I want to be talking about today are mainly about working while you're in college and how to find internships and how to gain this valuable experience throughout your 4 years at college. First, a real quick refresher. A lot of you might have seen on your financial aid packages that you have something called work study. So what this is essentially you're able to find a job on campus and you will be paid for it. However, this money isn't necessarily only for paying for your tuition or room and board. It's better if you think about work study as extra cash that you have or spending money to use during your time in college. While you can set it that part of your paycheck will go towards your tuition payments, most students will choose to use this money just in case they want to go out to dinner with their friends or if they want to buy things off of Amazon. So in summary, work study is not necessarily going towards your tuition, but is going towards making sure you can afford the necessities during your school year. The other important fact about work study is that you're not going to have a job handed to you by the college. You're going to have to go and find your own. That means you're going to have to actively search across campus and find where positions are available that you can work at. If possible, you want to find the job that's somehow related to something that you're really interested in. So maybe if you want to go on to do psychology as your major, you want to maybe try and find out if you can be a research assistant with a professor or anything like that, and you can work in one of their labs and gain that experience. Even if the job you find isn't totally related to the major that you're intending to go into, you're going to gain a lot of valuable skills from this position. These skills could include people skills, communication, typing, answering phones, or any other skills really, because there's going to be a whole wide variety of jobs available to you. So do look around your college and see what options there are. While having a job on campus can gain you a lot of really useful skills, what's really going to come down to once you've graduated is the experience that you've gained. One of the best ways to gain this experience is through getting an internship. So you may be asking yourself, "Self, what's the point of getting an internship? I don't want to do that." Here's why getting an internship is important. Over the past few months, there's been a lot of research that discusses the idea of gaining experience in college and why it's important. So much of the focus of college is making sure you have some astronomically high GPA at the end of the year. But employers recently have been saying the thing that matters most to them is actually the experience that their new employees will have. While they do pay some attention to the GPA, it's quite minimal, and mostly they want to see that you have the experience that shows that you know how to do this. Having a high GPA doesn't mean you're going to be successful at this job. What you need is the experience that will support you and make sure that you will be successful there. So that's why having an on-campus job and doing internships is really valuable, because it gets you this experience to help you in life after college. As I mentioned previously, these jobs and internships aren't going to find you. You're going to have to go and actively search out these positions. The best way to search for these jobs or internships is by going to your college's career development office. Every college has one somewhere on their campus, and it's an incredible useful tool for you to use while you're a student there, and in most cases, even as an alumni, you can go back to your college's career development office and still get help. What the career development office will do for you is it'll help you get connected with various people. So whether that's professors at the college, alumni who are in rising positions, or anybody really who will be useful for you in that field you're going into. I'm sure many of you had heard the mantra that it's all about who you know. And once you've graduated from college, there is some degree of truth to that. Having contacts with people is one of the best ways for you to either promote yourself or promote something else that someone else around you is working on. These connections are going to be vital to help you succeed in whatever field it is you want you to go into. So while these connections are really important to have, you're not going to get anywhere without the right paperwork. You're going to have to work on putting together a new resume that includes not only all your relevant work experience, but maybe any leadership experience that you might have had. So whether you were a Boy or Girl Scout, if you were on a sports team and were a captain on the team, or some sort of leadership role, that's going to be really pivotal in helping you find a job or internship. Some of the jobs or internships you might be applying for might actually require a cover letter. And while it is kind of hard to prepare a cover letter that can be used in multiple places, it's good practice to start writing them anyhow. And down below in the links you can find a link to our Adams County Goes to College website, where there are useful tools provided by Gettysburg College on how to write both a resume and a cover letter. Definitely take a look at these resources, and if you have questions on about how to write your resume or cover letter, or if you just want to have them proofread, you can get in touch with me and I will look over them for you and help make sure that your documents are as best as they can be. Regarding internships, I do recommend that you have at least one during your 4 years in college. However, if you want to aim to have more than one internship, more power to you. I definitely encourage you to gain as much experience as you can by doing these internships or finding a job on campus. So this brings us back to a point I made earlier about the value of having a job or an internship during college. These jobs and internships are really going to be laying the foundation for you in terms of what your work life is going to be in life after college. I'm sure over the past couple of months you've gotten sick of people asking you, what are you going to be doing next year? Or where are you going to college? So once you're in college, you're going to be filled with lots of more fulfilling questions, such as, what are you going to be doing after college? Or what's next after college? So basically it's the same questions, it's just a couple words are different from the originals that you're used to now. There are a couple competing arguments about the best way to figure out what job you should go into after high school. So first of all, there's the argument that you should go where the money is. So in this case, you're probably going to be going into some place that has a really high salary level for someone who's coming out of college. The second argument is to follow your passions. So they're assuming that at this point you know exactly what your passions are, so you're going to go and try and make a difference in that one specific field. The third argument that I've heard recently is that most of us, especially once we're just graduating college, don't really have an idea about what our passions truly are yet. And so what this argument says is that you should find a job somewhere in a place that makes a difference. So whether you're going to work as a college advisor or become a teacher or something along those lines, you can find a field that makes a difference and then through that develop your passions. So you can find out if that field is what you're passionate about or maybe if it's something else that you're really passionate about. And once you have those passions, then you can work on focusing on your long-term career. The important thing, especially for all of you right now just beginning college, is that it's okay to not know exactly what you want to do after college right now. There's still a lot of time for your interests and passions to develop, and over the course of the next 4 years, you will be able to figure it out in terms of what you really do want to do after college. I know if you had come up to me when I was just graduating high school and was about to go into college and you told me I was going to be a college advisor, I probably would have been something like this. Who are you? But no, in all seriousness, I would not have expected to see myself as a college advisor when I was first graduating high school. When I was graduating high school, I had a totally different idea on where I saw myself after college. But during college, I found that I had passions for education in college, and that's how I ended up in this college advisor position. And you'll find yourself having experiences like that, where you thought you had a really good grasp on what you wanted to do, and then based on something that happened when you were in college, you end up in some place totally different. And that is okay. It is okay to not know exactly where you want to be. There's a very famous YouTuber named Casey Neistat who does a daily vlog, which I highly recommend that you all watch just because they're fantastic videos. But in a recent video he discussed about how it's really important to achieve your dreams, and how it's a lot simpler than a lot of us think it is. So the way that he says that you do it is that there's really only one step between you and achieving your dreams, and it's doing it. Whatever your dreams and passions might be, you have to understand that right now it might not feel like you have the ability to achieve them, but once you've gone through college and gained these valuable experiences, you'll find that you're already halfway there to achieving whatever dreams that you might have had. So in a quick recap, it's really important that you find a campus job and then also find some internships while you're in college. And do check out the links below. There's a lot of valuable resources that you can use to help you along your search. Alright, Adams County, I'll see you next week.